you got to remember he sold Theorist several years ago, and he made great money. Made great money when he did that. So he is very well off for the rest of his life. But before we do, I have a long history online. I've worked with a lot of folks. A lot of people have gone on to do some really great things. Some have gone on to do absolutely nothing. But MatPat from Game Theory is a guy that literally started his show on my first website. And he's gone on to become, he was the golden boy at YouTube for a long time. He was huge. I've known Matt for almost 20 years now at this point. Now, I've texted him a few times, and obviously I'm damaged goods now for a lot of folks, so they want to distance themselves from me, right? Because I know that a man is a man and a woman is a woman. I get it, right? It's scary times. But MatPat is doing something new, and this is actually pretty exciting. He said, "New quest, Washington, D.C. After 2 years of work, Steph and I have launched the Creator Economy Caucus in the House of Representatives, a bipartisan group where creators can work alongside lawmakers to ensure legislation is timely and relevant for the internet age. We've already got around 10 reps on board, and we're just getting started. We'll eventually want to assemble creator advocates from around the country. So if you're interested in helping Washington understand our world, stay tuned here for more info." Now, let's actually play his little speech here, because he says a lot here in a short amount of time here. But this is something that I feel should have been done probably a long time ago. Let's check this out.
Right now, we all know the major headline grabbing topics, right? Everything from online privacy, responsible use of AI, addictive algorithms, protection of children on the internet, the list goes on and on. Creators are some of the first people, the first businesses to actually have to confront these issues head first on a daily basis. And it's our hope through this Creator Caucus and through the conversations that it's going to inspire that we can help educate legislators on these fast-moving, ever-evolving issues so that legislation is timely and relevant. On the other hand, some of the issues that we're going to be speaking about aren't making the most exciting of headlines, but are equally important and critical to the survival of this budding ecosystem. Things like clarification of tax codes for a new category of entrepreneur and access to small business support and resources. Every congressional district has itself a creator-led business, and there are more and more appearing each and every day.
By the way, that's Matt hitting the thing.
I was wondering, like, he needs a pop filter.
No. He's very passionate about what he's saying right here.
Yeah, it's good to be passionate, though. We need people like that.
For sure.
Isn't just an East Coast, West Coast issue or a middle America industry. This is an everyone industry. Many of the issues that are facing the creator economy are also increasingly impacting small businesses and civilians at large. More and more, all companies are relying on these digital platforms to get their messages out and to grow their customer bases or to improve their growth potential. So in our mind, this is just as much a creator economy caucus as it is a future economy caucus. And so it is our great honor and our great privilege to be working with Representatives Clark and Van Dyne for recognizing the value of this space and for including us and other creators in these very important discussions moving forward. Thank you.
So, this is very inside baseball, right? When it comes to people who work online and work as creators and such. But you're pretty passionate about this, Kirsche.
I am very passionate about this, and like I've never been in the political sphere, so I had no idea how to get like in contact with representatives, but I've been wanting to rally on behalf of creators for no taxes on tips for a while. And he did mention updating tax codes for this entrepreneurial industry in his speech. And I got obviously a bunch of replies to my tweet being like, "He's not going to work with you, you're a Nazi." You know, the typical salt that just follows me everywhere. But I really would like to get involved. I did apply for the Creator Caucus. It looked like the applications only existed on the New York Democratic Representatives website. I couldn't find one for the Texas representative. So I just signed up through the New York woman. Once I do end up moving back to New England, it's possible I could get in touch with one of my local representatives and be like, "Hey, I'm a content creator who's living in your constituency. I would be interested in speaking to you about this caucus, seeing if you'd like to join it." And I like that they say it's bipartisan, and I like that they have like the Democratic woman from New York and the Republican woman from Texas as like the initial people starting it up. And hopefully when they say bipartisan, they actually mean bipartisan.
Right.
And since I have been like a commentator in this space for quite a while, and I've been passionate about doing things on behalf of content creators, I feel like this is definitely something that I would be a valuable asset to.
Oh, certainly. And I think the idea, knowing Matt is an extremely analytical person. He gets things done he looks at things from a dollars and cents perspective. He looks at things from a numbers perspective. Like one of the businesses that people don't know that they had going behind the scenes was they had an entire company behind the Theorist that was built around building other people's channels and more or less consulting and on how to grow channels and such. They broke down YouTube to a science, like truly to a science, from how you could leverage the system, and that's how they grew. Now, I think that he's going to do the exact same thing here, and he just has to get the right people on his side. But ultimately, what he's talking about here is updating laws and rules that have been in place since the 70s, 80s, 90s that are not relevant in 2025. That aren't relevant.
Copyright is a huge one that comes to mind.
1,000%. And like when we show something when we show even someone else's stream, or we show a clip of the news, we technically are violating copyright. Technically, right? There is the fair use aspect of it, the commentary aspect of it. But if somebody really, really, really wanted to go after us, they could. They would ultimately lose, right? But because judges and such are evaluating, but strictly from a letter of the law rule perspective, yes, everybody who does reactionary content or talks about other people's content is violating copyright. I remember back when we started Death Battle, back at Screw Attack. Death Battle is a huge show now. Tons of people react to it. And we didn't know how to react to reaction content because they were technically taking our content and making it, something that some people would just watch it and put it on their channel. And we were like, well, they're doing it there. So people are watching it there. They're not going to watch it on ours. And we didn't realize that it was like the best marketing that you could possibly have for your brand. Mm-hmm. But by the letter of the law, that's illegal. It's the same reason why you can't like react to, Doctor Who or pick whatever show you want on YouTube, right? Because you'll get flagged for copyright. So, yeah, man, I'm all for this. I am a little, I hope that the bipartisan nature of this is, you have someone from Texas, you have someone from New York, you have a Republican, you have a Democrat.
I don't want to be like egotistical, and I don't want to make myself out to be something bigger than I actually am. But considering what I've been in the creator space and what I've already been trying to do, how I've talked to like think tanks about my bridge research and whatnot, I feel like this is a perfect opportunity if they are bipartisan to show that they are, right? If they're going to be bipartisan, like I'm a registered Republican, like that would be a perfect way for involvement to happen. And it's like I really hope that when they say bipartisan, they mean it, and it's not like some sort of weird insider baseball.
Well, looking at this, there is, this Representative Van Doon. They sounded familiar, and they actually are in Dallas, so that's where we're at here. So that's actually exciting to see. Maybe I'll reach out to them personally and get a little more information about it.
That would be great.
Yeah, just kind of show up at the office and be like, "What's up? I'm here to talk MatPat." So. But yeah, I think that's really interesting. You said you signed up for it. Where did you go to the like website for?
Let me see if I can grab you the link here. So I said the signups were only on the Democratic representatives website for some reason. There's the Demreps website. And when you open that up, there should be like a like sign up button. Yeah, register here. So if you want to register for the Creators Caucus and you're a content creator, you click that register here button.
Okay. So can you do it on both sides? I mean, I'm in Dallas, so
if you can find it on the Dallas representative's website, that'd be great. But I didn't see a way to register there. I only saw the registration on the New York rep site.
okay. Yeah, and it links to a Google form. So
Yeah.
all right, we'll need to dig into that a little bit. I'll see if we can find a little more information from the Dallas lady to see if there's anything there. But I don't know. I think Matt gets things done. That is one thing that he's always done. He's obsessive when he has a goal, and I think this is a really great step. And we were talking about how somebody has to do this stuff, and Matt has the resources to do this as well. You got to remember, he sold Theorist several years ago, and he made great money. Made great money when he did that. So he is very well off for the rest of his life, and it's cool to see him turning around and kind of giving back to the creator space. So
yeah, I mean, he's doing exactly what I wanted to do. Like I've said, once I move and I get settled in, I want to get involved in my local politics. I want to try and do stuff like rallying for no taxes on tips for content creators. It's stuff that I've been interested in and wanting to do. And it's nice to see other content creators like Brendan Herrera, like MatPat, getting involved in the political landscape on behalf of content creators as well.
The thing about Matt is I actually don't know his political leanings, which is
I don't either.
Right, like, why do I want to know Matt's political leanings? It doesn't make any sense for me to know. I really have no interest in learning that about Matt. So very, very cool. Excited to see where this goes. And yeah, I think it'll be great. If you hear anything, please let us know.
Absolutely.
Cool. Do you have common sense? Well, if you did, you'd hit the subscribe button right here.